did write to the grant person. I thought maybe you might like to hear, because I think this is going to be a very interesting project this year if we want to do it. I missed the workshop, so I'll start with that to just show you how I'm getting really quite focused.
Hey.
Good afternoon. Here we are in this beautiful space, the three of us, the core team. I know Lily will be here shortly. Today I wrote to the woman that's in charge of the grants that we learned about at the library, a sort of earth-friendly grant. And I missed it. It was online, but Lise at the library told me that I should phone or email Yunin, who is the coordinator of the grant. So I said, good morning, Yunin, this morning. Lise Kretz gave me your email address as I missed your presentation in Gibson's on April 13th. I'm very interested in applying for a grant this year and have reviewed the action kit. I think number 6, Cultivating Connections, would be my area of focus. I am part of a small group affiliated with Beachcombers Advanced Toastmasters Club in Lower Gibsons, which has been meeting and filming outside by the marina weekly over the past 2.5 years. We developed a website last year for the edited videos, and I have been writing a blog post every 1 to 2 months within it. This year, we are reaching out to the larger community, promoting diversity in local voices, and offering workshops that encourage cultural dialogue such as food, clothing, and domestic earth-friendly new and old practices. Please let me know if there's an application form that I would need to fill out and how best to interact with you and others about our projects. Thank you. So the number 6 Connect was about old and new practices, and this is definitely a new practice. We can find the elements of almost old traditional circles, I'm sure, but we adapted the COVID situation well to meet outside and to learn new skills. And Laurel was really clear that this filming offers her practice in editing. And for me, it was quite exciting when we got our website that I could write a blog. I've always enjoyed journaling, and I've got lots that I could pull from. And plus, there's so many exciting new things that we're doing that we'll be able to document. So I imagine, if I'm hearing correctly, that when we interact with others, it's like a workshop. And in Toastmasters, Laurel and I have been learning about workshops, team building, and I see this is going to really lend itself to maybe even learning more skills about workshops or presenting training or workshops at a higher level, a conference level, for example. So we'll see what Yumin answers. And the workshop that I went to at the conference, the Toastmaster conference, was led by Richard E. Peck, and he was the past international president. He did a keynote speech, which I really enjoyed, and Laurel will be able to watch it, and I'll probably watch it again, as we couldn't go to everything. There were sometimes 3 workshops going on at the same time.
Wow.
We had to pick.
Yeah.
Richard Peck is from Connecticut, kind of American. I like that kind of drawl. And his presentation was very, very simple. When you're presenting a training or a workshop, you want the participants to go away with something. Some new tool, lesson learned, something. So if we do present a workshop, we'll have to ask ourselves that. What do we want the participants to gain? For me, it's always something interesting for the blog to share. But for our participants, we'll have to think about that. So he gave us a framework which he called SOAR, S-O-A-R, which I thought really fits with our outdoor bird feeling that we all share. So we divide the page up into quadrants, and SOAR is for strengths. So collectively, we can look at what are some of the strengths that we have developed over the last little while, and what are some of our personal strengths. And he told us his, so I was able to sort of see that I bring some strengths, like my background in public health, ease with people maybe. And Cynthia, you bring your strength of wanting clarity and things documented to transfer and help people understand things better, clarity. And Laurel, of course, the filming, and also the Toastmasters perspective and the growing knowledge. So those are strengths that we bring, and we have to acknowledge them. And then overall is the A. He said it's kind of, you don't have to do them in order, but A are our aspirations. What do we really want? And I think what you said, Laurel, what really gives us enjoyment? What is it we really want? So I thought that was a nice question. And he gave the example. He wants cultural workshops, and I know that we're part of cultural, so I saw some interesting things there. So for me personally, it's communication. So however we can share communication in the world, like we're global and we've got access to all sorts of things through the Zoom meetings and things that we do, but even filming and putting on our website, it's global that we're reaching. So, our website, community, culture, arts, this is very clear that I think we're following in that path. So those would be our aspirations, mine, but we'll talk what we all want to sort of hone as what we're up to. And then the O is for opportunities. And that's why I thought the conference, maybe next year we can present something at the conference, because we've got something that's happening. And the opportunity of the grant for me is that it'll be quite, you have to fill in the blanks and cover all bases, but also share with others. And we're affiliated with Sea to Sky with this grant. So we're another coastal community. So that's, to me, is an opportunity. Plus it gives credibility. So there you go. And then the R are the results, the outcomes. And the way you spoke today, you touched on all of those, Laurel, because it's what you actually can see and what you can report. We don't want to be too rigid, but we can be very open to surprises and shared learning. So he added another S. He didn't want to make it too cumbersome because of the 4 quadrants, but the other S was the strategic planning. And I think you'll like that, Cynthia. We need to have a plan.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
We need to know what we're aiming for and by when, so that we can really do this. So isn't that timely, because we've been talking about this? So once we have a plan, then we all know our roles and we know what we want, and we can encourage that and keep each other on time if we need help. So that was the workshop. I thought it was very, very good, and I liked his style. Plus he shared his email and said we can ask him anything.
Oh, fabulous.
He would like to help any of us.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh,
So someone's rooting for Toastmasters, and we know that we're doing this with that in mind, that we want to share. And so I'm looking forward to that meeting when we get our heads together, and maybe we can use the SOAR model.